Alright guys, it's GhostWolf, and I just wanted to announce that Ghost and Nitz's Looting Paradise, our ARK raiding server, will be opening this Saturday, November 14th. And we'll be opening it during our stream. It will be at the IP on the screen. It's going to be details below as well, or you could just search for Ghost and Nitz's Looting Paradise in the server list. The server is going to be completely vanilla, so you don't need any mods to join this server. So the whole goal of this server is PvP raiding. So we have designed the settings of the server to kind of promote raiding, make it very easy for people to start. So even if you're, just joining for the first time, you're not super far behind the people who have been playing for a while. And I'll go over the settings we actually did for that. And it's also going to be easy to recover. So if you get raided, it's not like you're going to, have to be rebuilding, months and months of taming and work. We've designed the server to be very easy to get back to where you were. And so that way, raiding's actually encouraged and not this, oh no, my world is ending, I never want to play again, kind of a feeling. So some of the things we've done is we've set taming to 20x, which means like brontos and T-Rexes take about 15-20 minutes to tame, but it's very much like survival of the fittest. It's probably faster than for survival of the fittest. So this way, you can actually use dinos in your raids. They're not going to be something that's like, oh no, I wasted 12 hours taming this dino. It's something like, okay, he served his purpose, he helped me raid. Gathering is at 10x, so you guys can get materials, metals, and stuff like that much quicker. And it hopefully should greatly reduce the time it takes to build your base or recover your base and tech up. So that way everyone has a chance of gathering resources and having some fun. And there's also going to be 10x experience, so that way you guys can get your levels pretty quickly, and you don't have to sit there and play on the server for, hundreds and hundreds of hours to get your levels. Now, as far as crafting on the server, so one of the things that makes things a little unbalanced with ARK is its level-locked engram system, where, you wouldn't even be able to build a metal base until you're, mid-30s or mid-50s or something? I don't even remember what level it is. And so we've gotten rid of that. Every single engram in the game, barring a couple of the new items that we haven't adjusted yet, so if there are some, don't worry about it, should be unlockable and learnable at level 1. You'll still have to do prerequisites, so you'll have to learn thatch walls, wooden walls, and stone walls before you can get to metal, but you should be able to learn them very quickly. I did a test at a level 20, you can have all of the needed engrams in order to build a metal base. And level 20 took us like 30 minutes to get to. It takes no time at all, and we weren't even crafting, we were just mostly gathering. The max player level is also level 150, which means every single player will have enough engram points to learn every single recipe. So that will not prevent anybody, even if you're doing solo, from actually enjoying the raiding game. As far as dinosaurs, we've set our server difficulty to 1, so that means dinos will spawn from level 1 all the way up to level 120 in the wild. And once you've tamed them, you can raise them 150 levels. So you can make a really good pack animal for looting and carrying your loot away. You can make it, a wall destroyer. You can make, your anti-player raptor. However you want to do it. You got plenty of levels to work with. Some other changes we have made is we've got a 70-30 day night cycle. So that will hopefully encourage, there's some opportunity to do stealth at night for raids, but it also makes it really easy for me to record YouTube videos because I am going to be recording on this server and raiding along with you or against you guys. And the 70-30 day night makes it a little bit easier to see for most of the time. We do not have the Giganotosaurus spawning. We disabled its spawning. I think T-Rexes spawn instead of it whenever it would have spawned, because that thing is broken as hell and would ruin the fun of raiding. And then some of the other things, we will be probably doing other changes that will be beneficial for, if we find certain things are broken as far as raiding, we will do some adjustments to make them not broken. Turrets may or may not be a thing that gets adjusted and tweaked a little bit if they're too powerful or whatever. We'll figure things out. But the server will retain its vanilla status, so there won't be any additional mods ever on the server. And the server is going to operate under very simple rule set. Basically, other than, the standard rules of, don't be, obnoxious and disrespectful to people. Nitz and I have complete and total power to ban anyone. And so anyone breaking the rules, we're just gonna ban you. But basically, the two rules are, there are no cave or volcano bases. So underground caves, underwater caves, or on the crater of the volcano. You cannot block access to that. You cannot have turrets shooting at people who are there. You can't have bases sitting there like, oh, it's not blocking the cave entrance, but our turrets will kill anyone who tries getting into the cave entrance. Those are completely unrestricted access for everybody, so everyone can get into the caves to get resources or whatever they want. And if we find any built bases that are obstructing players or preventing players from getting into caves, or you built them inside of the caves and interfered with people's ability to be in the cave, we will destroy them. We will raise them to the ground as admins. We will kill all your dinos. We will destroy all your loot. We will wipe it out entirely. So just don't do it. And then the other rule is feel free to raid, but don't grief. So you don't want to be completely destroying a person's base. If you can blow up whatever walls you need to get in and steal the loot from their chests and stuff like that. That is raiding. That is the point of the server. But you don't have to sit there and kill their dodos if they're not attacking. You don't have to sit there and break every wall, every foundation, every container in their entire base. So, unless, and there's one exception to that, if someone has a base sitting in a spot you want, and you're building a base there, and you destroy the base entirely because you need it so that you can build your own, that's fine. But just destroying someone's base for the sake of destroying it, that's not gonna fly. And like I said, we will just be banning people. It is a password-protected server, and we can just kick anyone off if it is not conducive to a fun raiding environment. The whole goal is to have fun, do some PvP, and not have it be too consequential, like you're not going to lose a ton of time and ton of work. It's going to be something fun that you want to keep joining back on. So, how to join our server. So, basically, the details are in the description of this video with our IP and the name. So it's Ghost and Nitz's Looting Paradise, and that'll be the server name. As far as actually gaining access, since it is password protected, I have set up a command on GhostWolfBot that I will be opening up to the public starting on my stream on the 14th of November 2015. So all you have to do is attend a stream, and then you do !password, and GhostWolfBot will whisper you the password. Now, the reason I've done this is I kind of want it to be a server for you guys. I didn't want to restrict it to only people who are, like Twitch subscribers or paying people or anything like that. But I didn't want, just random people joining and trolling and whatnot. I want to keep the server for you guys in the community. That being said, if you have friends who want to join the server and they can't make a stream or something, you can get the password from the stream and tell your friends and whatnot. I just didn't want to put the password in the video description and just have a billion people getting on. The thing with getting the password from the stream, I actually have to be online and streaming for that password to work. So if you log in and I'm not currently streaming, you won't be able to find out the password if you don't already know it. But yeah, hopefully that will work. I don't know if there's a other way of doing it. This seemed easier than doing whitelisting. We can just ban people who are disruptive and ruin the fun of the server. But hopefully you guys will join in and, build bases, raid our base, have our base raided. And I'm going to be recording a whole series on this server. So hopefully, set up some interesting base designs, traps, confusing things. And who knows, you might end up in one of the videos. So hopefully that covers pretty much everything you guys wanted to know. If you have any other questions, throw them down in the description below and I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, have a fun time raiding. And I'll hopefully see you on the server and see you guys on the stream.